What going on, guys? It's your girl Breeze, and welcome back to my channel. I was requested to create a closure unit for a client. So in this video, I'm just showing you the hair that I received, how I put it together, and the whole 9 yards. So if you're interested in seeing how I did that, keep watching. Alright, so boom. We got the hair today from juliahair.com. This is the first time I ever ordered from this company. I got 3 bundles. If I'm not mistaken, it's 12, 14, and 16 inches. I also got the closure to match. It's a 4x4 closure with a middle part. In the package, they gave this cute little headband thingy. This is a bonnet. It came with a stocking cap, which is pretty. You need that for sure. And this is just basically telling you all what you ordered. So I'm just going to put those back in the box, and we're going to focus on the closure for right now. All right, so the closure is out of the package. It's a 4x4 middle part closure, and we're going to bleach the knots. All right, so we definitely need foil paper. I'm using the Weller powder lightener. For developer, I'm using Clear All Pure White 30 volume. I also have my mixing bowl and brush, and last but not least, my plastic butter knife. All right, so we're gonna take 1 scoop of the powder, and we're gonna mix that with the liquid. I want a thick peanut butter consistency, so I'm using a little bit of liquid. We're gonna mix until the brush stands up in the mixture. We want it thick so it doesn't like leak through onto the hair. We just want it thick enough to bleach the knots. Alright, so boom, with my butter knife, I'm going to spread this like peanut butter on bread. You want a thin, even layer. We're gonna smoothly apply this, not pushing it too hard, but just evenly across the lace. Then we're gonna let this sit on the foil paper for about 25 to 30 minutes. You could check it in between to see how fast it processes, but 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes and I'm pretty pleased with how the knots look. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this off in cool water. Make sure to rinse all the bleach out of the knots. That way it doesn't keep like processing. I'm not going to use any neutralizing shampoo, but I am going to use my Shimmer Light shampoo to tone the knots. Now, when I apply the Shimmer Light shampoo, I don't like lather it up. I apply it thick, like how it comes out of the bottle. So I spread that with my finger, the same how I did like with the bleach, because I want it to be thick. I don't know. I learned this in a class that I went to, and it just stuck with me. I usually let the shampoo sit for like 10 to 15 minutes. And again, I'm going to rinse this out with cool water. I'm going to rinse it out as best as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm still going to turn around and wash the entire unit when I'm finished. All right, so right now I'm just basically tweezing the closure. um yeah, I just tweeze until I feel like I have a natural looking hairline, and that's pretty much just it. I don't have no specific pattern. I basically like eyeball it until I'm satisfied. All right, so now I'm adjusting the mesh dome cap onto the mannequin head. I prefer the mesh ones because I believe they just are easier to work with. And also, when I'm shampooing my units, even for myself and for clients, I believe it helps it dry quicker because the mesh is like so easy breezy. So I'm just gonna place the closure just a little bit in front of the band, pin that down in place, and then we're gonna sew the closure down first. So once I'm satisfied with how the closure is pinned down, I go ahead on to sewing. I go from one side onto the other. Closure intact. Now I'm gonna start with the first bundle. I believe I started with the 16-inch. So basically I pinned the tracks in place where I want it, and with my needle I start sewing. If you watched my previous video when I reconstructed a wig, when I initially start sewing, I go through the weft, and after I make that initial knot, I start sewing under the weft. So basically, I'm just gonna be going from right to left, left to right, right to left, until I get to the closure. We're halfway there, and again we're just going under the weft, from right to left, right to left. Alright, so boom, we made it to the top, and this is the start of the final track. So I'm gonna fold this over and stitch as closely as I can to the closure, so there's no like big gap between the closure and the tracks. I mean, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna cut it off where we stopped. This is how much hair I have left on the third bundle. Now I'm gonna take it off of the mannequin head, and I'm going to cut the extra cap from under the lace closure. After that, it's time to wash and condition this bad boy. So I'm gonna use silicone mix, and I like to take out like a good little scooping of the silicone mix, and I use cool water again. I like to swish it around so I have like, you know, a good little conditioner water soup vibe going. And then I basically dip and soak the entire unit into the sink. So normally I let this sit for about 12 hours or so, depending on, you know, how I'm feeling. I'll even let it sit overnight. So that's usually about 8 to 10 hours in the silicone mix. But, you know, for today, I sped it up just a little bit. I also like to detangle my units using a wet brush while it's still in the conditioner soup water. That's what I'm gonna call it. But yeah, this wet brush helps, you know, get the tangles out if there are any tangles, and so forth. So now I'm gonna go ahead and rinse the unit out again. I'm using cool water, and I'm pretty pleased with how this unit came out, even though it's not even quite finished all the way. All right, let's slide this on back to the dome head. She wants a deep side part, so I'm gonna twist it to the side just a little bit. Truthfully, she could wear this in the dead center, left or right. I'm gonna part out how I want the hair to lay. And she wants a short curly bob, so I'm gonna cut it off camera. I mean, I did cut it off camera. And then I put it outside to dry in the sun and the natural air. Thanks for stopping by for another episode with Breeze, guys. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Don't forget to like twice. Run up. No, I'm kidding. Just